The universe is a vast and terrifying place, and within its vastness, there are many tales being told. But the tale we focus on today takes place on a small world known as Algeri-9, a world full of magic, mystery, and a lot of chaos. That chaos brought forth by a clashing of magical energies as entities from some very different worlds find themselves inhabiting a strange but prosperous land, combining the Middle-earth of Tolkien and the horrors of Warhammer. We certainly have a unique experience in store for us. But whose story shall we follow across this continent? Well, far to the north, in the Chaos Wastes, east of the Busto Sea, and just to the south of Lake Farfinger, we find our settlement and our sole colonist, Manos Dreville, a once feared necromancer in the world of Tamriel, a world very different from this one. Manos rose to power by raising the dead of Skyrim and marching them into Whiterun to exact some form of twisted revenge, and he succeeded, even achieving Lichdom and domain over the northern kingdom of Skyrim. Yet, all of that was undone by a girl with a bow. And as his soul left his fading body, as it was drawn back into the dreamweave, he found his body reform in a very different place. Here, on this RimWorld, on a small island of land, and with a peculiar horse nudging him to consciousness. It is here that a new life shall begin to the necromancer, Manos Dreville. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to RimWorld. We are here with a brand new series with an old character, Manos Dreville, and Glowgabber, so named after one of the lovely members of the Legion. But yes, we find ourselves in a new series full of magic and mystery and mayhem. And the reason I say all of those is this series is a combination of a number of mods clashing together. And that is very apparent when we have a look at our world map here. Manos finds himself at the very far north of the world, so it's going to be pretty cold up here. But we are also in the Chaos Wastes, and if we have a look at this, these mostly frozen, corrupted plains bear almost no living trees, no vegetation beyond scraggy grasses, animals are sparse, and chaos beasts may roam the land. Snow makes it extremely slow to travel in the winter, and chaos storms occasionally occur, corrupting the inhabitants of the biome. And sometimes you don't choose where you end up, and Manos found himself reborn on the shores of Lake Farfinger. Looking to our north here, we have the Cloven Ones, no doubt a group that we will have to deal with sooner or later, as they are rather hostile towards us. And over here, to the west on the other side of the Busto Sea, we have some clan traders, who I believe are Skaven. And then further to the west, some flesh mongers. As we move out of the Chaos Wastes and into these jungles and this new biome that's down along here, which is a dark forest, we have a number of different settlements. It looks like we might have an aggressive House Hiss over here, the neutral Blue Weasel clan, and in the heart of the dark forest itself, we have the Red Scorpions. We also have the Empire of Man right down here to the south. By the Ereverdos Sea, we have the Ravaging Demons and Dardir, these purple towers, currently neutral to us, another Empire of Man settlement. In the Thorns Moor, we have Athel Loren, who I believe are dryads. Out here on some islands all by themselves, we've got Dwarven Bandits, the Western Republic, and Deathjacks. An interesting mix. And finally, on the eastern portion of the map, we have a number of tribes. We've got some dwarves, some elves, the only faction of hobbits down here to the southeast. Let's hope that they're safe where they are. An aggressive House Oswin, a neutral House Sorin, an aggressive clan, and the Central Republic and the Eastern Republic, quite close to each other over there. Oh, and of course, just to the south of us, we have more of the Cloven Ones. So trouble all around. Now as Manos goes about some basic activities, getting himself set up, let's talk about the goal of this series, the goal of Manos, and the challenges that we will face. Well, you see, Manos once achieved Lichdom, and he seeks to attain that power once again. He is incredibly untrusting of the living, and so will seek to only recruit the dead to the settlement of his. That means he's going to have to rely on skeletons and zombies to raise his keep from the ground. As having a look at his skills, outside of intellectual, medical, and shooting, he doesn't have that much else going on. Also, being incapable or social means he can't warden any prisoners. Now, having a look at his traits, Manos is experiencing two different types of magic. One is the magic of necromancy from RimWorld of magic, which attunes Manos to the forces of death. And the second is the magic of Warhammer. He is a Law of Death initiate. In time, he will learn how to harness this magic, but it operates differently than the weave he could tap into in Tamriel. And while we're here, let's have a look at the rest of his traits. Manos is an undergrounder, meaning he can stay locked up inside. He does shy away from the light, and because of that, he actually likes to be up during the night and sleep during the day. So that's something that we will be correcting. It just means he might be a little bit tired throughout this night. He is also abrasive, which you might expect. He was randomly assigned straight, but I'd say that Manos is probably closer to asexual. And he has his own ideology, the Ash Hand. It is a fluid ideology, meaning we are going to be able to add things to this over time. And as you can see, here are our precepts down here. We won't go into great detail on these, but I'll scroll down so you can see what we have. As for our roles, we have the Ash Walker, which is Manos himself, and there is a possibility for a moral guide. However, I don't know if we can give roles to our undead. I suppose we'll see, won't we? We had some randomly assigned venerated animals, and there aren't any limits as to what tattoos and hair can be used. Now, diving into magic. First of all, we have the magic of Warhammer here, and the randomly assigned spell that Manos begins with is Soul Blight, which allows him to harness the sickly powers of Shyish, weakening his foe's will to survive the battle. And looking at his necromancy magic here, he's starting with Consume Corpse, which allows him to consume a corpse or undead to replenish his mana. This can also heal him over time, but he'll have to level that up, which I don't see happening, as Raise Undead is going to be the cornerstone of his abilities here. The dead will fight for him, they will work for him, they will raise him up. But it's 2 points to learn, so we're going to have to do a bit of work first. And with a little bit of this starting structure built, that's where we join Manos as he's putting together the beginnings of his keep. And while speaking of that keep, we have had one of those chaos creatures from nearby cross the river with the intention of eating Glowgabba. We can't have that. We cannot have that. So we're going to go and mount up on Glowgabba, our horse here, and oh boy, yep, well, hit once, that's okay. Let's just get out of there. Oh dear. Alright, well, we didn't manage to mount it. Let's hit it with a Soul Blight. Ha! And that worked. There is no way that worked as good as it did. No, I think that was Glowgabba that did that. Okay, there is some magical damage there. Yeah, let's have a look at that combat log. Bruise in the body caused the Tuskgore to die. Glowgabba shattered the Tuskgore's body with her right hoof. I mean, yeah, Manos hit the Tuskgore with a projectile, but I think it was Glowgabba who actually made the difference there. Amazing. So we managed to get our first spell off, this Soul Blight spell, which is a spell that Manos has never used before. And, well, we could consume this corpse here, or try to. Let's have a look. Okay. We cannot consume this type of corpse, and it's probably because it's some kind of chaos creature, like I was saying. We might still be able to raise it from the dead, but that's an ability that we do not have yet. As Manos improves his skills overall, his terrible construction skill included, we are going to have the chance to see our magical prowess go up. So if we have a look at magic here, we can see that he is slowly getting magic XP over time. He gets more XP if he is doing something that he cares about. And you know what? there is actually something we can do. Chucking down an animal sleeping spot and a regular sleeping spot, that's going to allow Glowgabber to go and rest, and then we can do some treatment. We probably don't want to use medicine if we can avoid that, so let's just say doctor care but no medicine. So Manos, what can you do for us up here? Yeah, let's get you to just tend. And that should give us better experience, because when we do things that we're passionate about, you gain magical XP at a higher rate. Okay, after all of that, we're halfway to a point. We need 2 of those points to be able to get raised dead, and I wouldn't mind bringing the tusk gore back to life. That's something we'll think about, but we won't worry about right now. Let Manos go and wash down by the lakeside here. This should be fresh water, although with this being the Chaos Wastes, who knows what else is in here. We very nearly have this basic structure in place. We've got 2 doors on. We just need to get these last bits built. That's 1 down. Oh, and we're starting to do some roofing. Let's just get that last bit done. There we are. Okay. That's a start, Manos. Now, looking at his schedule, we're probably going to have him going to sleep around about 6 o'clock. Yeah, and getting up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll allow him to meditate. And right now, he's going to continue to try and sleep because he's still tired from the day. We'll keep on waking him up. We need to get him on that night owl cycle. And looking under Misk, I think we're going to chuck down a meditation spot, which should allow him to get his mana back. And we're going to chuck that right in the center of the room. I feel like that's going to be fitting. We'll also just get some very rough flooring put down as well. I don't think... Oh no, we actually do have a little bit of wood left. Looks like it's nearly enough. We're probably going to have to chop down this twisted tree up here. It's going to be something that takes Manos a rather long time, because as we had a look at his stats earlier, he really doesn't have much going on there outside of his passion for shooting, his medical knowledge, which comes from being a necromancer, and his intellectual skill, which comes from the study of magic. Buddy, you gotta stop falling asleep. We're at 4 a.m. Just a little longer and then you can rest. And look at that. Okay, well, he's gonna keep on going to sleep. I'm gonna keep on working him up, but he has a deeper understanding of magic. So let's jump in. We've got that point. We could put it into something else, but we're going to wait. Raise Undead is going to be our core ability. We need that thing. And you know what? We're close enough to 6 a.m. We'll let Manos have a bit of a rest now. And just looking outside here, this tusk gore is frozen. At night, it wasn't spoiling. During the day, the temperature rises enough, I think, for it to spoil. But it means that we're not going to have to freak out about refrigeration as much. And yeah, it's looking around about 2/3 o'clock in the afternoon is when Manos is going to be rising. And there we go, chopping down this tree, which is going to take such a long time. We do need to get some kind of a basic weapon for him. I think that's going to be rather important. But really, anything he makes at this stage is going to be terrible. And just look at the amount of wood we waste with all these botched constructions. Ah, buddy. But look, he did it. He got it done. I'm so proud of you. Let's have a look at putting in a crafting spot for now. Something very basic, something that he should be able to make use of. But with his shooting skill, I think the short bow is probably the best thing to start with. The magician's staff, it's not for an actual wizard, so it's not going to help us out there. Slingshots are an option if we had leather or some kind of cloth. We don't, so let's just maybe try a terrible short bow for now. And I actually don't even think we have enough wood, so we're probably going to need to chop down yet another tree. He seems to have taken a liking to Glowgabber. I mean, Glowgabber did take down this tusk gore, with Manos' help, of course. An unlikely friendship. And it seems like this meditation spot doesn't work as another meditation spot, so we'll chuck down just a basic one as well. We can set a meditation focus to be there. So yeah, maybe we can get it to work on both places. Well, it took a long while to get there, but we did get the tree down, and now we are putting together the short bow. I'm thinking, even though we do work okay in the dark, it's probably going to be worth us having some kind of a torch. So let's get a dark torch in here if we can. We do have enough wood to be able to get that going. There you go. And now we have this nice dull glow. Something else that we're going to have to try and do is create a pen, but this island doesn't really seem to be good for growing much of anything. Actually, looking over the rest of the map that we have here, there are only these very small sections in which you might be able to grow something. Yeah. Oh, the bow is done and it's poor. Okay. It could be awful. it could be awful. That is not that bad. Okay, 67% accuracy at close. That's 3 cells or less. Short is 12 cells. Okay, maybe a half a chance that each of the arrows are going to land. Let's equip that for now, just so that you have something, my friend. I think one of the best things that we could probably get Manos doing now is just deconstructing the rest of the old ruins that are over here. I mean, looking at this, that's an iron wall. So let's claim everything over here and we'll get deconstructing. And thankfully, the iron walls do not take that much to take apart. Look at that. A nice ominous fog is rolling in. Ooh. As he slept, Manos gained a greater understanding of magic yet again. So, let's see. It is another point here. We can now learn Raise Undead, which we are most certainly going to take. And we've got this Tuskor out here that we might be able to raise. Let's just wait until Manos wakes up here. Should be any moment. There we are. Now, before you ride off, let's get you riding over here. And we are going to attempt to use this ability. Obviously, it does raise everything that's in the area, but Manos will only be able to focus on so much at the moment. And it works. It bloody works. And right away, after casting that spell, we already have another point. Brilliant. So, cheating death is probably the best option for us. We could increase the skill of the pawns that we bring back to life, but I think right now, quantity over quality is going to be more important for us. So we're going to go for cheating death. And let's have a look at you. Okay, we can train you. We can't rename you. Getting you to be an attack animal would be really good. Even just having you being able to guard, taming it. Okay. Looking at the wildness, yeah, that's not going to be so easy. We might just be able to restrict it to specific areas. That might be the way to do things, but yeah, go about your day, Manos. Oh, and we should probably get these inside. And for the moment, it's just going to be more deconstruction. Now, you know what's interesting about this Tuskor here? It's not dead. It's seemingly not, and this might just be because it is a different kind of animal to what we would usually bring back from the dead. Yeah, because usually it will have an undead modifier. Interesting. Well, as long as it doesn't get too hungry, it does actually have a need to eat. That might be a problem. Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on this thing. Okay, I've just been informed that we have a visitor from the Blue Weasel clan. Okay, Frobion, hi. Hi there, let's just have a look at you. You have a peg leg there, You're wielding a wooden blade. Right. Do we want to make enemies? Ooh, that is the question, huh? Okay, you've got some passions. You're a psychopath. Oh, well. I mean, you've got some plant skill. Okay, that might stick around after death. But yeah, this is a allied, or well, not an allied, but at least a neutral faction. We would be really pissing them off if we were to attack. But we need people, Manos. We do. This is a gift, perhaps from the gods of death. So, with that, I'm not sure how much mana, how much magic we have left for casting the Soul Blight spell. We're going to go and mount up on Glowgabba here. There we are. And let's just see. We'll kind of hang out here for a moment and maybe try and cast the spell and see how well it does. Okay. Just destroyed your liver. Ha! I tell you, I have used this spell before playing, and I have never seen it be that good. We'd be lucky to do maybe like 20-30% health worth of damage, but we just destroyed her liver. I kind of feel, I feel a little bad about that. Right, so having a look at the other magic that we have, we're at 60 at the moment. The base mana cost of casting this spell is going to be 45. The Necromancer will incur a mana upkeep of 30% of base mana regeneration for each undead human-like pawn, and only 15% for undead animals for every 100 combat power. I don't know how much combat power that has, but We're going to try raise undead, and we'll see how that goes, because it might make this one just collapse. Okay, this is our very first zombie that we're raising back to life, and there we go. Cooking level 2, Frobjorn. Welcome back to the land of the living. Okay. Ooh, all right. Yeah, I mean, there are some skills there. That construction skill is at the very least better. We can see that she is actually undead. So that works out very much in our favor. She is also a believer of the Ash Hand, Manos's religion. Okay. And Frobjorn is going to be needing a new name here. Congratulations to Rick Blank. Rick. We're going to go with Rick for now. R-I-Q, right? Yeah, well, Rick, she's moving around pretty quickly for a zombie. Oh, okay. Well, saying we do need beds, we shouldn't need beds. I guess it's just having it there for the sake of having it. But yeah, look at this. So the ideal for Manos here is just to be able to focus on his magical studies while his undead do everything else around here. We're going to have concentric circles around this central room, which will be Manos's inner sanctum. The idea eventually will be that no dead, no one but he shall enter this place. But for now, he is going to have to help out with the general construction of things. Looking at his mana, we're down to 17 at the moment. He seems to be able to sustain these two. Ha! She can even use Glowgabba. Right, well, we need to make sure that we give you things to do then. We're going to have a look at doing some stone cutting out here, and also some general cutting of wood. Looking back at Rick, you've got okay melees, so we should try and get a club made. Yeah, I think a heavy club would do. Her and Manos's crafting is exactly the same, so really it could be either of them that makes that. Right now she's going to be working on this chest table for Manos, and something else that you'll probably see on the side here quite often is tattered apparel. They don't care, it's okay. They can be wearing tattered apparel and be totally fine. And as the sun rises, we've got ourselves a poor quality chest table. Rick is going to be working on this heavy club. Manos is probably going to be getting to sleep soon. We might want to have a look at moving some of these things outside. We'll see how much it disturbs his sleep. Well, we got ourselves a heavy club. Let's get you equipped, eh? Oh, and of course, the best thing about having undead colonists, they don't need to sleep. They just keep working. Oh, I actually forgot that she had the wooden sword. Can't be good though, right? 3.4, 6.23. Yeah, okay, so that is going to be better. She is much faster at chopping these trees down than Manos. Manos, it's time for an upgrade. Look at that. A fantastic bed there. We will be needing a well in here, so we're going to get one dropped into this spot here. As for now, Manos has kind of just been going down to the lakeside whenever he needs to. Now he can get his water much closer. I think it's probably also worth us putting down a water tub in the bedroom. Collect up some of those iron ingots. We'll construct it just by the door for now. There we go, Manos. So our next section of wall is going to take us quite a bit of slate to get done, but we'll get there. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Manos has begun obsessively writing pages of strange symbols. Forgot to mention that there's also the Cthulhu-esque mods slammed in with everything else here, so we've got Eldritch Horrors potentially. What are you writing, good sir? Manos has no memory of the writing that is still slightly dampened from the sweat of his labors. It is a ghastly book filled with a strange alien language that is not readily understood. The ominous-looking diagrams of ritual sacrifices and spells within the tome has some colonists unnerved by its occult nature, whereas others have proposed setting up a proper research center to further study the secrets within. The grimoire has been completed, and there we are, a grimoire of the occult. We do need a station to be able to properly understand that, and oh boy, look at that, it perfectly fits in there. We are going to have to move this outside, but I ain't got no qualms with doing that. There we go. That's where it shall live, once we have enough wood, that is. Oh, and of course, our faction and our settlement will need a name. But seeing as I've been doing so much naming today, I'd like to see what the rest of you would like. So let your voices be heard. Ooh, a group of travelers from the Western Republic are passing by, and we're probably going to let them just pass by there. You? Ooh, you're a gladiator, I think. Yes, continue on your way. There's nothing to see here. And as Manos is chipping away at stone, he has unlocked some more magic. We only have 1 point at this stage, but honestly, I think we want to try and max out cheating death as soon as possible. And somehow, his mana is full right now. Well, I guess as he gets more powerful, his mana threshold will increase, so we'll keep our eye on that. I don't fully trust it yet. Oh, and we have enough wood. The table is being constructed. Okay, Manos, what do you got for us? There we go. Occult beginnings. Stirred with new possibilities, your colonists have caught some interest in recent occult events. Their beliefs can be tracked in their needs menu. This belief will slowly decrease over time. Using occult research, you can strengthen the cult and the beliefs of your colonists until they found a cult of their own. I see. I wonder if our zombies will be affected by that at all. Oh, cult-mindedness. I see. Oh, yes. We're going to go for the esoteric order of the ashes. And there is a good reason for it. Unfortunately, Manos doesn't have a ash hand on his face, but, you know, it's kind of what he's known for, wearing the ashes of someone lost long ago. And so, the esoteric order of the ashes, or IOTA for short, I feel like that works for us. But yes, the cult-mindedness, I see. If the meter crosses the minor threshold, this pawn may become hostile towards cultists or cult activities. The zombies do experience that need as well. Interesting. We can build an altar to hold congregations to expand our cult. Yeah, that's something we'll look at getting into, but we'll focus on these basics first, huh? And something that Manos is actually going to need is slightly warmer clothes. Right now, he is not wearing much at all. A cloth sackcloth and some cloth trousers. So, let's see. We're going to chuck down just another basic crafting spot here outside. And you know what? We could go for a nice robe, perhaps. It does take a bit of ingredients. Honestly, the fur mantle might be better, so we need 70 of something. And it doesn't look like it can be leather, it has to be wool or cloth of some kind. The robe can be made out of leathers. We do need to have crafting 4 to be able to make it though, so that's a no for now. We might be in a spot of trouble there. It's not a major issue yet, we'll keep our eye on it. Really, the only access to leather we have right now is this lad. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And I didn't realize we had this over here, an eerie tree. You know what? We could extract that, yeah, and replant it over here. I feel like this is kind of the perfect gardening area or the gardening district of this keep. That's probably where we'll try and place it. Okay, Manos, let's see how you do. He's actually got some magic here as he's trying to dig up this occult tree. Please don't blow up or anything like that. Oh, actually, it's not here. It's the other magic, I think. Indeed it is. So I wonder, do we want to have a look at one of these other skills then? We have some manacles. We have a colossal orb that burns and whatnot. We can steal life from others. That sounds pretty nice. And Wind of Death. Damaging multiple targets nearby. Those touched will suffer injury from being thrown to the ground. I mean, kind of like that as well. Oh yeah, so we need 2 magic points to be able to increase that. So yeah, maybe we do Wind of Death. That sounds nice. There we go. Okay, so we've got both. And the tree is ready to be replanted. So let's go right smack bang there. Manos is definitely faster when it comes to any kind of construction. But Rick does have the advantage of being able to constantly work. You know what? We're going to prioritize the replanting of this tree. I feel like it's important and significant to this odd cult that Manos is building. Oh, look at that. Okay. Our tusk gore is starving. It should not be starving. So I think See, it doesn't show up here either. I was going to say we'd have to slaughter it. I guess we'll just have to try and attack it then, which is a prospect that makes me rather nervous. Or we can dismiss undead. I feel like that's probably what we need to do here, Manos. Let's see. Okay, let's try dismiss undead. Is it going to work? Not valid target. Okay, so yeah, there's some weird stuff that's gone on with this one here. We are going to go and jump on the back of Glog here. Glogabba or Glogabba? We've been going with Glow so far. Let's just stick with Glow. Rick, you just hang back for now. I'm tempted to try out this Wind of Death. It doesn't seem to use as much mana though. All right, I mean, let's try it out. See how that goes. Failed. No. Okay, no proper target. Right, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm just afraid it will attack us here. We'll just try a straight up soul blight then, huh? I said. Oh, come on, really? It cost us the spell as well. Are you sleeping in here? It is sleeping. It's like a weird semi-living creature. Is it even going to attack us if we attack it? So there's only one way to know, right? I mean, that hit it. Oh, you poor thing. I'm so sorry about this. I feel terrible. I really do. All right, Manos, let's just keep on chasing after this poor creature. Yeah, let's go again. Yeah, another one. Oh boy. Yeah, this bow's okay. You're doing an all right job. Let's go through here. We could maybe try and finish it off with the soul blight. Let's see. Okay, I mean that hurt it, but it definitely didn't do enough to kill it. It blasted its ear off. I guess there's a chance it could hit a vital organ then. All right, we'll just keep at this. We'll keep following. There we go. Okay, now can we finish it off? We can't even finish it off. That's terrible. So I guess we'll just improve our shoot skill. There we go. Tusk Gore is dead. And I think we will try and make use of Tusk Gore. We'll put down a butcher's block for now. We could go for a proper butcher's table, but yeah, I don't think we need it just yet. We're not going to commit to it. Okay, and who's going to do the butchery here, I wonder? We'll say do forever, butcher creatures, but who's it going to be? Okay, cooking of 3 and a cooking of 2. It's going to be Manos. Well, let's do some butchery so that we can maybe get some hides. We are going to have to try and dry them though, I believe. Yeah, so we got some animal fat out of that, a fair amount, and we got chaos meat. Okay, we didn't get any hides, but chaos meat. How safe are you to eat? Can be cooked into meals or eaten raw. Yeah, if we can get a little bit more wood, I wouldn't mind chucking down some food baskets in here. Oh, and a quest. A beggar needs aid. A beggar named Ben. Oh, hi, Ben. How are you? Oh, you've got fantastic plants. You're a cannibal as well? Oh boy, you're from the new Neo-Pastafarians. Well, we could offer aid, couldn't we? Or we could do something else, couldn't we? Yes, we could. Okay, so let's see how this goes here. I'm still tempted to try this Winds of Death thing here. Extra damage 22, damage is 20. Damage is 25 from this. The extra damage sounds nice. Let's see if we can strike him. We're going to be ready to move in here with Rick. Okay. All right. He doesn't seem to be aggressive against us yet, but we are going to start to attack down here. And Manos, let's not do a soul blight yet. We don't need to, so let's not. We'll just kind of hide around here, and we'll just start to try and shoot in his general direction. Glow, you just stay there. Okay, so Ben is attacking back. Rick is doing a good job. Don't die, Rick. There we go. Okay, Traveler betrayed. Terrible, I know. Extract skull? No. We're not going to do that. Instead, we are going to raise undead. Rick, you can go and just mend. And that's the thing. The dead will mend over time. Let's see how this goes, though. Oh, good casting. Level 5 cooking, eh? Okay. Alright, so Manos's mana did drop down there, and he got a greater understanding of magic, so you know that we're going to max out cheating death for now. I think the next thing would be powered creations, which is going to increase their skills. But yeah, hastened undead would be nice as well. And Ben, congratulations, you shall now be known as Nicole. Welcome, Nicole. So, 12 melee, that's great. Great construction. Really good mining as well, and your plants is good, your crafting's good. You're a great colonist, Nicole. Nicole is quick, Nicole is capable. You're great, Nicole. So, the quality of the clothing that Nicole has on, not great. Not great. So I don't think it's going to actually help out Manos with his current need for warm clothing. But he's only got a little bit of sanity loss. No real problem with the cold yet. Ah, here's the magic pool. Okay, so that's our mana and that's our magic pool, which is for other types of magic. It's over here. So there's a few basic things that we can try and do for now to improve Manos's life. We're going to chuck a basic table in here for now, along with a basic stool so that he has somewhere to eat. Everything's going to be a little crowded in here for a little while, but as we expand out to each of these regions, things are going to get better and better, and this is just really going to be Manos's private sanctum. It's going to be his bedroom. All the crafting and everything else will be done in this ring. And the idea, the long-term goal, is just to have something of a maze that stretches out from this point across this entire island, so it's going to be very difficult to get to Manos. Oh, and I just realized we meditate at this tree. Okay, so I might try and remove this as a meditation focus in the hopes that we can actually get Manos to meditate there instead. And it looks like we can finally get more of this area roofed in, which is going to make Manos nice and happy. He really doesn't like being out in the light. Oh, and we're actually experiencing a hard snow. Okay, yeah, that's a bit of a temperature difference. We'll see how Manos holds up. He does have a better temperament when it comes to temperature because of being a necromancer. It means that his minimum comfortable temperature is minus 20 degrees C, so we can go down in temperature a little bit further. Oh boy, and we've got some thrumbos moving through here. Now that is a tempting target. We're going to do a little bit of a weapon swap with our zombies here. Manos, let's see if we can get you to mount up here. I think you were trying to then. There we go. Any moment now. And ideally, I kind of want to try and keep these two at least a little bit safe while this is going on. So, Manos, let's see what we can do here. Maybe we do a soul blight to begin with, huh? Let's see. Okay, that got its attention. It's got so much health. Okay, right. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I mean, we did hit it. Yeah, okay. And it's really doing nothing at all to it. Okay, time to ride. Time to ride. I'm probably going to try and stick with the Soul Blight. We could try the Winds of Death. We'll give it a shot. Give it a shot against it. It didn't really seem to do much. Our magic pool is at 80%. We're still doing pretty good in that regard. So we'll do this run and gun for a little bit here. If we can get enough injuries on it, we'll be looking good. We can even pull those two in to attack as well. But I think we're just going to try and keep the Soul Blight up for now, because there's always a chance that we could hit a slightly more vital organ. I mean, we've got some cuts. We are doing magical damage. This bow is... it's doing okay. Time for another Soul Blight, I think. There we go. And now, time to move. Time to move. Let's just keep it coming. I mean, even if we get one of these, I'd be pretty happy with that. We could always consider bringing it back to life. But I honestly think its hide and its horn are going to be a lot more valuable to us. Another Soul Blight. Okay, 74%. We're getting there. Let's move, let's move, let's move. Give it some more space. What is that? Sulfur. Okay. Enough distractions. Another Soul Blight, please. Thank you. 69. Nice. All right. I'm thinking it's probably about time that we send these two out here to attack this thing. It is going to get it to hold in place for a little bit longer, which could very well work out in our favor. We're at 65% at the moment. Okay. Keep on moving. All right. Yeah, they're not so fast in the snow when it comes to chasing after this thing, but here we go. They're going to make contact, and there they are. And here's the thing. They are probably going to die here, but we can bring them back to life, can't we? And that's okay. Let's just maybe get a little bit closer so that we can get a better shot with the bow. 54%. Come on, guys. You're doing good. I believe in you. Keep it up, team. Keep it up. Let's chuck in another soul blight. Here we go, Manos. Okay, it was stunned for a moment then. I mean, it's going to be death by 1,000 cuts here. And they might actually end up surviving this. 39%. Okay, Nicole is down, but not dead. Okay, shooting level 10. Oh my gosh, Rick. Love you. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to say to finish it off. And Manos, you have the honors, my friend. There we go. Okay, so that is one thrumbo dealt with. The other thrumbo is kind of just chilling out down there still. Huh. Okay. Well, I think we're going to let our folks just kind of, relax and recover and whatnot. Nicole is going to heal. Yep, see, there we go. Back up on his feet. Just like that. And Nicole, I would very much like you to do some butchery for me. And we'll see what we can get out of this big old thrumbo here. Oh, and there we go. Done. Did we get a horn? I don't see a horn, but I do see a huge thrumbo pelt. I see, and with the right skills and tools, it can be processed into tanned leather. We have our tanning rack over here, which, let's have them out the front for now. Oh my gosh. Rick just decayed to a skeleton. Okay. That's fine. And we've got some visitors from the Central Republic, and they are actually visiting. So regular people, when they see the dead, they get a little unsettled by it, as you might imagine. And, well, Nicole might look like he's just sick. Rick looks very dead. Yeah. Hi, visitors. Welcome. Enjoy your stay by the ominous sigil tree. We're going to get Nicole to work on this tanning rack so that we can maybe do something with that hide. And by hide, I mean pelt. And we do need something else. We need a fuel for it. Oh, right. Yeah, so we can turn it into a thrumbo rug. Or we could just get leather from it, which would probably be more beneficial. Well, Manos is doing something, so go Manos. That is going to be turning it into leather. I'm okay with that. The ideal running temperature is higher than what it's at the moment. And we need tanning liquor to be able to get this to go properly. Well, we've got a travel pot over here, which can be used for cooking. Let's plop it down in the middle there. It requires some steel ingots, which we have. We're going to get Nicole working on that. And, okay, there we go. We can only do simple meals and pemmican here. Well, good to know. Tanning liquor looks like it can be made in most places. The campfire, probably the best option. But we don't want that light to be in Manos's room, so we are going to set the campfire just outside here for now. There we go. A little bit of light there. And so we can make tanning liquor from wood. We probably don't want too much. It's going to be 10 wood each time. So we'll just say do 4 times for now. And Nicole, we'll get you to work on that. Oh, our visitors are leaving. I'm sure they've got some interesting tales to tell back at home. You're riding a wolf. Okay. Well, Nicole managed to get some tanning liquor there. Let's go and refuel it and see if that's going to be enough. I mean, the process seems to have started. Estimated completion, 24 hours. Oh, and his poor shirt just decayed away to nothing. Well, it was quite damaged before. Yeah. Well, Nicole, I have to say, I love your work and I love what's happening here. This place is starting to come together. We have a lot to do, a lot to learn, and there are some things nearby that we can still take advantage of. But that shall be next time. I'd like to thank you all for joining me for this, the first episode in our brand new series, seeing if a solo necromancer can make it all the way to Lichdom. If anyone can, Manos can. Let's see if we can make that statement true. If you enjoyed today's episode, And if you're excited for this series, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. For now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned. And finally, I'd like to extend a great big thank you to the Legion on Patreon who continue to make this content possible.